Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some Monster High news to talk about. From this year's Comic-Con booth for Monster High, we also have a first look at the Collector Clawdeen doll, information on an upcoming core refresh Wave 3, confirmation on the lineup for a future Creeproductions wave, and more, so stay tuned, subscribe, and let's get into it. Yes, with the official start of Comic-Con for this year, we've had now pictures of what the booth looked like for Monster High, including the only G3 section, which also had the new custom Monster High Cat's Eye dolls, which I wonder, like, did they make multiple of these dolls? Like, specifically one set for Comic-Con, and then one set is specifically for each member to, like, really just have for them personally? Because, like, yeah, I'm thinking, like, I mean, if they made these specifically for the members of Cat's Eye, then it wouldn't make sense for them to take them away again from them and then display them here at Comic-Con. So I'm thinking they probably had different, like, multiple sets made of these dolls here. So I kind of feel like it's maybe likely we'll get to see more of these dolls soon, and perhaps even, I don't know, some kind of confirmation that they might be eventually released, you know, to some extent for fans to buy, at least at Mattel Creations, because I think Mattel knows this would make money. I mean, they're really pretty dolls, and I think a lot of fans have been very vocal about their demand for these dolls. So I think it's just a matter of time until we see some, you know, legit confirmation on what's up, you know, like what's happening here. But the little booth here, the little section display for G3 was really cute, but it's kind of, you know, it's kind of underwhelming how, you know, this was it, like just this. Like, I feel like last year we had much more reveals and also like displays for G3. So we did have a little representation for like new releases with G3 core Nefra. You know, you can barely see her, but she is at the bottom, like little display piece in the booth. So that's cute. Like, Nefra's there representing the new release for, I guess, like the hottest release for this year for G3. I don't know, because there was like nothing else. But I guess it's because Monster High figured out that, you know, G3 really is for playline, you know, like for kids most of the time, and then G1 really is more for adult collectors. And, you know, Comic-Con is, most people are adults going, so it makes sense that they would more focus on showcasing G1 releases and not G3. Speaking of, the G1 side of the booth was much more filled out and looked much more elaborate. We had a little piece here where we could see the different recent releases for Collector drops, including Hocus Pocus, Megan most recently, you know, Lost Boys, etc. Especially in the center, we had two non-IP releases with the new upcoming Skeleta holiday doll, and then also our first look at the brand new House of Wolf Clawdeen Collector doll. I'm not sure what the official title is for this doll. I guess just like Collector Clawdeen, right? Like, but she's supposed to be coming soon, and she is going to be around $90 US, you know, almost 100 basically for international fans, for sure, like 100 probably. And she's coming this fall on Mattel Creations. I'm pretty sure maybe other retailers, probably not, probably just Mattel Creations. And she might have a early, you know, fan club member window, you know, for members to get her first. I'm not sure what they will do for her release. But yeah, so she's, you know, earlier we had a first look at her concept art where it looked like she had like braids, you know, that looked promising. And here, the outfit is similar, you know, the outfit looks amazing. Like, I have to say, every single aspect to her outfit, like her bag is fabric. The little coat, right? It's all fabric. The tights, the shoes, it's fabric. The stand, it's purple. Unique base, you know. It looks very well made. Definitely kind of like in the vein, obviously, of like, you know, high fashion luxury brands clothing, which is definitely what I think this vibe is going for. Like House of Wolf, House of Gucci. They're playing on words, obviously. But then the face is also just, it eats, and I love the earring. And I think for most people, we're kind of like, disappointing is the hair, because like I mentioned, the braids and the concept art looked really promising, and, you know, here it's just one large braid that's just, you know, twisted, and you know, it looks just a little less interesting. She's still a really fun doll, especially with like the new claws that she has. Like, they're super long nails that she has going on. Looks fun. Obviously, her coat has a little wire at the end, so you can actually shape it. Like, that's next level. Like, we've never seen that before, I don't think so. That's wow. Okay, I see you. Mattel, like, I guess they can give us quality when they price it at 100, almost $100, right? So, there's no, does she have rooted lashes? I'm not sure, but I wish, yeah, the face looks good. It's just the hair, I think, that kind of disappointing, I guess. I just think we had maybe different expectations, right? And it just feels like maybe it could have been a little bit more interesting. But overall, you know, she's still just stunning. Like, the little purple blazer, like, suit dress, like, what? And then the one-piece fabric shoes and the golden like details, the fabric bag, like, that's haute couture wave 1 levels of quality that we're getting here. So she's definitely stunning. I just think, you know, for the pricing, for most people, you know, it's gonna really come down to like the packaging, I guess, and like if it's really worth it to them. Because I think for me, although she's really stunning, I don't know if I would drop like 100+ on her, you know. I do think like the fabric bag, like everything's fabric on her, which I do think is commendable. Although, you know, that should be the norm for collector releases anyway, but that's not it usually. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see for some more stock photos and stuff to really determine, like, is she worth the price? What do you think? Also, I kind of remembered Scholector Corpse Bride, like, it would have been perfect to have her displayed here in this booth, but she's not here. So, another missed opportunity. Yes, we also had the official release of the Scholector Elvira exclusive doll for Comic-Con, and I believe on the first day she sold out, and then people had to come back for the next day to try for her. Is she sold out, like, for good now, or is she still, like, available for Comic-Con people, attendees? I'm not sure, but from what I've heard, there was just a long line for people to get her, and especially resellers, because, yeah, I guess they just want to make money. They want to make profit from this doll, and they don't really care about her. So really sucks, because I do think a lot of people really wanted to get her if she was available online, but obviously not many people can actually go to Comic-Con. And so, yeah, you know, I guess those who were able to go, did you get her? Like, I know Zombiex Corn got her. I know Garrett Sander got her. Again, the pictures you're seeing here, Cleo's Nile. But like, who else? Like, who else was able to get her? I'm not sure. I guess maybe some people will be buying her from people who were able to go in person and just get her for like the normal pricing and not scalper prices, which would be great. But yeah, the official wide release for the normal version of this doll will be revealed on the weekend. So that's basically the last reveal happening for Monster High, the Comic-Con booth. Nothing else is going to be revealed for Monster High, from what I've heard. Just, again, the normal version of this Scholector Elvira doll, who we've seen already, and her release on Mattel Creations for everyone, which will be apparently also in fall. So not even like now, like it won't be like an immediate release on Mattel Creations after Comic-Con. Like, no, we gotta wait until fall for the wide release of the normal Scholector version of this Elvira doll. Like, okay. Anyway, did you go to Comic-Con? If yes, did you go also to get this exclusive version of Elvira? How was your experience? Because again, from what I've heard, it was just a lot of waiting in line. She sold out again on the first day, and then I guess they had more in the back for like the second day. And I guess, is she sold out for good now? I don't know. But basically, she's going to be very expensive on eBay. So, yay. Resellers are just the bane of our existence, right? Of course, we also had the official release of Sweet Scream's Twilight at Comic-Con, and she was also available online at Mattel Creations. And I think for most people who wanted to get her online, they were able to get her. I did not get her because my budget was already spent on securing Brad's Clueless Amber. So I did not try for her. She's also more expensive, and I don't know, like 84 something with shipping. To me, I do like her face. I think the hair is fun. Her accessories, like the molding for the shoes, like, is really well done. And the skirt, just, I feel like for me, yeah, the skirt actually the skirt is removable, and then underneath you do have like a extra like pleather dress, which looks nice, to be fair, but still, does it really, I don't know if it's worth it, like, that much money. I also don't have a pre-existing connection to Sweet Screams as a line. I don't have any of the other dolls. So to me, I looked at her as a kind of like a one-off, and that's why, to me, I don't really think she stands out in that way. But did you get her online? Did you get her in person? What was your experience with getting these dolls at Comic-Con? And I guess the last kind of reveal we had at Comic-Con for Monster High was the official finalized new look at the new Draculaura little statuette here by Bishoujo Kotobuki official. Again, I'm so sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but they are known for making statuettes of other IP, like My Little Pony and other stuff, I'm pretty sure, but that's just what I'm remembering right now. So she looks good. We already saw her, like early leaks a while ago, and she looks the same here, but she looks just finalized. Obviously, she looks really fun. It's kind of sad how this is it. Like, I feel like in past years for Monster High Comic-Con, it was more explosive. We had more reveals. We had more excitement. There was just more going on, and I think for this year, the most exciting thing was the first look at the collector Clawdeen doll. Like, that was really the only new thing we had, was that first look. Everything else we've already seen, like the holiday Skelita doll for this year. We've already seen her. She already leaked. The Clawdeen doll, it's our first look, and there's nothing else. Like, yeah, I don't know, like past years, like with Haute Couture, wow, like that was like a big moment, and I feel like I want to go back to those times where, there was like a big momentum. I don't know, maybe it's over, I feel like even for collector drops, like they're just not as, capturing anymore. Like, Squid Game, Lost Boys, Megan, all those drops are still available on Mattel Creations, which I do think, it's great for people who maybe don't have them yet. It's good to have them as shelf warmers, I guess, right? At Mattel Creations, it's good. They don't have to be always selling out immediately, but still, like, I think it's not the same. It is not the same. So I wonder, it would have really done wonders, I think, if they had the Corpse Bride collector doll at Comic-Con. Like, I think that would have been a really great place to, like, officially kind of, like, tease her, like a first look at her. And maybe also the Collector Us 2-pack, that leaked a long time ago. Like, what's up with that? Like, is that releasing still? We don't know. So it's like they had opportunities here to display more stuff, to reveal more stuff, and they just did not. And it's kind of underwhelming, to be honest. Now, we did have some exciting news thanks to Seeing Mount, shared on Twitter. They had their first Seeing Mount Direct, which is like amazing, by the way. We had official confirmation for original Creeproductions Wave 4, including Rebecca Rochelle and Venus. Now, this has been a fan theory for a long time now. We've all kind of been thinking this would be a potential next wave, and now it's confirmed. It's coming next year. Pricing release dates obviously will change. We don't really know right now, but this is, yeah, it's amazing. It's confirmed. They're coming. So the big question here is, where is Nephra? Hello. Nephra was supposed to be coming in the third wave, and she did not appear. Infamously, she got axed for whatever reason. And I guess now she's not even going to be a part of the fourth wave, which definitely is weird. I mean, I guess they really want to keep it to the main three characters here for the fourth wave with Venus, Rochelle, Rebecca. I feel like they're always like kind of like a trio, for a lot of people. So that makes sense. And they were released like in the same wave originally. But so was Nephra, right? Like, Nephra was also released in kind of like the same wave originally for Monster High chord, right? I'm not sure, but it feels like Nephra is missing. She's missing. Like, where is she? Like, she's a popular character, they've already done a collector new G1 release for her with the 2-pack with Mummy Majesty's Cleo. So they are aware of Nephra, obviously. They know she's gonna sell. So why is she not part of this 4th wave? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe this will change. Maybe she will get added. Or maybe she really just is not gonna get a Creeproduction officially. Like, that's shocking. But yeah, what do you think of this 4th wave? Again, Rochelle, Venus, Rebecca. Ooh, I mean, they're gonna look amazing. Obviously, they're gonna be accurate, but probably, and they're gonna look the same, if not a little bit better, improved. But yeah, who is your favorite out of these 3, and which one are you most excited to get a Creeproduction of? We also had some exciting news for G3 releases for next year, including a confirmation of a new wave of G3 core refresh dolls coming in 2026, including, of course, the main 5 ghouls, Frankie, Clawdeen, Dracula, Cleo, and Laguna. They're all getting a updated core refresh look. So this will be the 2nd time technically, but the 3rd time overall that they will have had a official core doll released for these 5 characters. Obviously, we had the first debut wave, then we had the first core refresh launch, and now we're gonna have the 2nd core refresh launch. So interesting. Honestly, I'm so excited because the core refresh dolls, they were definitely improved in every way. Like the designs, the outfits, the face screenings, it all looked better. Even the accessories, to be honest. So I think we have high hopes for this next core refresh line for these 5 characters, because I think it can only get better. I mean, they could fumble, they could make them look worse, but I don't think so. I think they will make them look even better, because now they know what fans really want out of these characters' designs and aesthetics, and I'm pretty sure they will be able to give us more of that, like how they gave us with the core refresh dolls, like, giving Dracula a witch hat, giving most of the ghouls black lipstick. Like, these are all things that most of us wanted, and we had all voiced our opinions on with the original releases for the core dolls, and now then they fixed it, and now with this next 2026 wave of core refresh dolls, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something like that, where they're gonna improve them even more with designs, better designs, better faces, better hair textures, quality overall. So exciting, just very exciting overall. And lastly, yes, we also had information of a new line called a SelfCare line, including Venus, Abby, and Dracula. Wow. And these are all characters that are very popular, of course Dracula, but then also Abby and Venus. Abby and Venus in one wave, in one line together. That's insane. If Caddy was here, that would have been like next level. Or like Nephra. Ooh, honestly, Nephra would have been an amazing fit here, because Nephra, self-care, like self-care rituals, like routines, like get ready with me, like Nephra would totally be into that sort of thing, right? So I think it's kind of like a missed opportunity not including Nephra here. But honestly, I get it. We always have to have either Dracula or Caddy in a wave, because they're both pink dolls, and Mattel likes to rely on pink dolls to make their money back. So self-care, obviously, again, a play on words of self-care, probably, including like, facial routines, like hygiene, like face masks, makeup, nail polish, doing your hair, getting ready for bed, sleepovers, that kind of vibe, basically. So we can kind of expect them to be in their PJs probably, or maybe they are getting ready. Maybe they're going to have a second outfit. Well, the pricing is $20, so probably going to be more of like a budget leaning line. So they might not have too many accessories, but still, they very likely they will have at least very cute like pajamas on, or some kind of like very casual fits that will fit them aesthetically. And I think for Venus and Abby, like definitely exciting. For Dracula, we already had pajama party dolls of her in G3, so not too exciting. That's why I also feel like Nephra would have been more exciting, because we only have one doll so far, but just so far. So let's see what they look like. This is exciting, because again, in one line, both Venus and Abby, ooh, it could be very strong. So what do you think of this news for G3 with new core refresh dolls, SelfCare, and also the G1 next wave of Creeproductions, and of course the Comic-Con Monster High booth with the reveal only being Clawdeen, and of course the Elvira and Sweet Scream's Twilight drops. Let me know down below. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join us down below. If you're able to, of course, no pressure. There's a couple of perks and tiers as well, and of course, so you don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.